Hello, hello everyone. Works better with the mic unmuted, I guess. Hey, Destruction. Hello, Sammy. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Let's get going. How is everyone today? I have Crazy Joe in half an hour. So I kind of need to get, not on that city though, not on the farm, on the main. Kind of need to get going with that. Let's do 3 and the rest gonna be later. Did I buy stuff from the that event? What can I get for 100? Do you keep these? Kept after the event, or let's keep them for next time. And here, did I buy what I want? What do I want? I care. I guess if I care to make points, is it training cost maybe better, or just some mithril? Or do I keep for a teleport, or for a nice March skin on my farm eventually? I don't know. I cannot decide. I might decide another day. We can keep them for later anyway, so... Let's go on the main. Alpha Aura. I was about to read your message, Alpha Aura, but feel free to ask again. Welcome, Lady Boss. So it was about something to buy in the store Gen 1, right? What did the question you had? Let me pop that. And let me pop that as well. Let's do 10%. Boom. Yes, yes, okay. So do you spend money? Do you rally leads? Are you a rally joiner or rally leader? What kind of player are you? But I cannot really, you know, it varies a lot based on that. So we got our team. We got our team of people that we usually reinforce. So who is close to me? He is close to me. Let's do that. And let's do pam 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 pam. Let's do... I'm gonna use Molly, Hector, and with the last one. DBTR, Tonton, how's it going? I'm doing good today. I'm doing good. I set up my new desktop, like real desktop. I had, you know, a Ryzen, like a C10. I don't know how you call them in English, like a C10 stand desk. But it used to be like a very old one that is manual. You know, so I invested in a nice desk for myself, for my back. So I'm sitting right now, but I'll test it later today. Spend some hours sitting, so I kind of had to redo the full, to change everything in the room, I guess. I'm gonna take the question in a minute. Oh, Labubu is not in the alliance today. That was amazing point last time for Labubu. So Roach was I mean, he's very well reinforced, so... Who else can I do? Mia? Well, Mia is full. Hey, then welcome. So I'm just sending my marches, I mean my troops and stuff, and then, you know, I'm gonna go after the question for you guys. I cannot get the title. So I kind of need to check who says they are online. So can you go at the bottom one? So Rin, Alice, Nuru. So Rin, Alice, Nuru. So where are they? Nuru is here. That's pretty good. That's someone I'm gonna save. Because they are... I think I saw Alice the other day. Maybe. Where are you, Alice? I saw you the other day. Rin is here. But Rin is very weak. So Rin, we're gonna give her option 2, right? Oh, that was Magnus. So let's do that. And who else? Alice is here. Let's give her a flint and boost like insanely infantry damage here. So I'm gonna need to double check. I ask you more question, Alpha Aura. Like, what kind of player are you? Oh, you spend, okay, you spend 100. So how much you get? And are you talking about Dream Miracle or are you talking about the Spectral Ice Shack? Which event are you talking about? We're gonna get to that, Alpha. 800, I had a question about Bear Trap. Can you give me some advice to up your damage? Yes, of course. I mean, there are not much to it, but we can make sure the basics are covered and you do things right. We have BNK that came just for the event today. Do you recommend your members not to reinforce you if you have too many troops? Most people have too many troops, so... I mean, whoever is reinforcing me, they probably know they don't do a lot of points. And, you know, people are reinforcing, like, the bigger whales as well, so... So, you know... but if people care to do points, they should not come to my city for sure. You know... Even with the buffs and stuff, I have 4.7 million troops, so still have 3.4 million troops in my city, to be honest. Rufus, keep custom avatar. Rufus is crazy, but the only one Gen 11 I got. Someone said Rufus was a girl, but I kind of see a beard, so it does not really look like a girl. That seems to be a male. Hey Azad, welcome. Hey Izmi, welcome as well. What we all use for HQ, we use what's right here. 100% marksman, 110k troops, and I'm just gonna do the heroes just in case we need. Hector, our friend Molly. Where is Molly? Molly, Hector, Molly, and I'm gonna use Blanchette. And it's gonna be 110k. That's gonna be what we do today. And yeah, I save by quantity. And if I'm not the one sending to HQ, then let's do just 110k with... I think that CU nav sent somewhere. Save. So I am ready. I don't have to panic. Wave 10 and 20. Mais bonne chance pour ton essai. So let me know your question, guys. And for Alpha, just let me know. Alpha Aura, let me know which event you're talking about. If it's this Ice Slush or this one. I mean, there are not many options anyway, right? But you don't have Fire Crystal yet. There are many good things that you are missing to buy, but oh, I might need to turn that off. I'm just adjusting my screen a bit. Sorry for the shaking. Kind of, I just redone my setup just before streaming, and it's not how it used to be, I guess. What did you buy for Silver Frost? Hello. I'm not sure how to pronounce your surname. Yeah, we got Wild Brawl. That seems to be like a monthly with a local SVS, right? That could be monthly with local SVS, and Dreamscape could be monthly in between weeks. I mean, in between, you have like every month you have fishing tournament, every month you have Snowbuster, so every 2 weeks you have one of these. So I'm wondering if Dreamscape might not be one of these monthly events in between, right? So we might have a rotation of 4 different events. I don't know yet. It's too soon to tell, but that could be. That could be like this kind of monthly events. But we have the Wild Brawl again. What did I buy? So I bought so far Mithril and 1 teleport skin, right? So that skin I bought, which I really like actually. That's cool. And I poured everything else into Mithril. I hesitated, to do another March skin or something, or like the island, but that's $10 a piece, It's like I don't have that. I don't spend that much to get, these. And I'm nowhere near finished on Mithril, so I bought all the Mithril in the world I could. I did just the Southern milestone, so that's okay, I kind of got a tiny thing. I think I bought daily, I bought up to... I might have bought $10 some days. I actually don't remember what I do sometimes. But I did up to 5 for sure, and I might have done $10 some days. I have a doubt now. But 3 Mithrils for $10. It's a bit better price, it's not crazy, so... One question, Tonton. I have multiple accounts send with different Gmails on the same account, on the same device. I don't think so. As long as you play them manually, I think what they are looking to ban is like people that automate, right? So if people are using macros, script, bots, all that kind of stuff, you're always at risk. I mean, always. You are at risk to getting banned, right? If you are playing manually, I don't think there is anything against it, to be honest. So I will be surprised if you have a problem. That seems to be straightforward enough. I mean, many of us have many accounts, so... Yeah, but like 20 accounts, like why are you playing them manually? Because you know, that's a big amount to play manually. You could, right? But that's a lot of work. Like from having, I don't know how it works on Whiteout Survival. I just want to be very clear on that. I do not work for them or anything like that, so I have no clue. But I've worked in customer support and in video games in the past. The way it works, usually there are few options to get banned. Either one of their customer support people get a report of your account and he investigates your accounts and he can prove that you are botting, cheating, you are breaking the rules, right? They have tools, they have many things to look at the log of the game, they have many things that they can do to check. I mean, I assume, because I don't know, but in my days when we worked on gaming, we had many tools to check whatever, if you... But we had many tools to spot these things, right? We had tools made by the developers and the anti-cheaters of the company to help us identify hacks, but that will be acting on a report. Then I don't know how it works for like mass action and detection, but they could as well, have their own system to detect patterns of behaviors, right? Like repeating click at certain intervals, repeating similar action every day, always with the same time between action, always with the same action in the same order. Like when you accumulate enough of the information, you can consider that automation and you can suspend the account, right? So there are things like that to go. So if you do things manually, usually you are not at risk of any of this kind of stuff, right? Because you will pass a manual investigation because it's not going, they should not be able to prove that you are cheating because you are doing things manually. And if they do a max action, which could always have false positive, right? Whenever we action bots in the past, when in my previous jobs and stuff, sometimes you have false positive. You take thresholds that are a bit too close to what a normal player can do on your mass action, and then it's like fishing with a big net. When you fish with a big net and you want small fishes, you might have a shark in it, you might have a dolphin in it, you might have a turtle in it, you might have some algae in it. You have things that you are not intending to catch because just you have a big net. So you have to refine your net, your parameters of your mass action, and then you detect people in bulk and you ban people in bulk. But that's I don't know if they do that. I don't know how they work. I don't know what they do. That's how it used to work when I worked in gaming, at least. Well, that's I know. They might be able, yeah, that would not be surprising, TTK. That, I don't know if it's your BlueStack ID, but it could be a device ID, it could be an IP, your whatever phone you use have a device ID. You're using an IP, they can check, all the account log by your IP, all of the accounts. I mean, again, I don't know if they can do that in Whiteout, but I would assume they can because these things are very common in, I've seen that in every company I worked in, so... You can check the device ID of people and, the account logged on that. If there is a suspicion of cheating, a report, if you are getting caught proactively when they check for cheaters, like all of that, But they have a lot of data points, They have a lot of data points that they can use, so... All we can do as a player is play like players, like a normal player would. As soon as you start to, using script macros that are replicating your action and stuff, I don't know if you will get banned or not, but that's things I'm not doing to make sure I'm not getting banned, if that makes sense. Let's spin the lucky wheel. So we have the new Eleonora hero, so it's pretty easy to know how much shard we're gonna get today because it's a new one. I'm gonna do the 120 on stream, so we have an idea of the outcome. That was 6. That's a average start. That's 4. That's not good. That's 9. That's good. You have to take some risk if you wanna play with pay to win as free to play. I mean, like it depends, right? It really depends on why you use these 20 accounts for. That was 4. That's a lot, but that's all ones, so that's only 9. That 3. That's 7. I get that something. That's pretty good, right? That's 15. That seems to be a bit above than average so far. We'll see there, but that seems to be a bit above, bit better than average. Any tips on how to train troops quickly? I mean, just use the title and the buff, right? State buff, title. Then it's getting speed up. So how do you get speed ups? Is mostly playing, and the only thing you can really do to get more is to do the fortresses and the strongholds on Fridays, right? That's mostly what you can do. That's 8, 9. A lot of speed ups actually in the lucky wheel. And the last one is bad. Is really, really bad. So we got 120, we got 115 from that. We get our reward. Our million points. Bam, bam, bam. I'm really hesitating to put Rufus 4 stars, to be honest. I'm gonna unlock Eleonora a bit later. I'm really hesitating to put Rufus 4 stars. That's really little point for SVS, you know? That's really, really little point for SVS, and it's gonna make him very useful. I'm top 1 in SVS Battle, 1 in Castle, 1 in Crazy Joe. Same for Showcase. I mean, for Crazy Joe, with 20 accounts, you can do a lot of points. You just don't need that many, but that might be the number as well. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you did your 20 accounts, but they could have assumed that it's not done manually when it's that much. So let's see about how much shard did I got. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Like the average, I think the average is like 180. That's 10, 13 more, so that's a few percent chances to get to that much. Or do I wait for next week? I need some kind of points next week for Alliance mobilization. I kind of need to do some shards mission. Hey Knight, welcome. What I think I'm gonna do myself is not a lot of accounts, but they're gonna not be locked at once. But I'm gonna move these 2 previous accounts I used to have, and I'm gonna move them here slowly, so I get to at least get the resources on them without playing them. And I think I can have 4 cities per state when I transfer, right? If I remember. There's something else I need to do today, but I've done that. Everything else I'm not gonna buy. Do I want the fire crystals? I'm gonna keep my stuff for next time. I got all of my missions today. I'm just gonna do the farm bit. Just get the troops and train more. So I'm gonna get 4 accounts on the same, and that might be as well. I might use that to do some testing with joiners and stuff. That might be allow me to create a situation where I can do a bit of testing myself with some of the stuff. I cannot do full rallies myself, but you know, it's close enough. It's gonna be close enough. Because debater, you want more troops or you want points in event with troops? What do you want? So that's not exactly the same thing, right? If you want more troops or if you want points in events with troops. Because more troops, you know, mostly time will help, to be honest, but you can always do Fortress and Stronghold. If you want more points, you can train lower ones between events like I do on my farm or I used to do on my main. But right now I'm gonna have to promote my troops to T12, so I don't really need to train them on my main that much. So we get some of these. I'm missing 4 albums. How much I'm missing? 211. So I'm missing 41. I'm missing 52. So that's a lot. So we are very far from 52 here. Hey, hello, Jean, welcome. Is it better to use research speedups on War Academy? For me, I've tried to use most of it on research speedup because here the limiting factor is speedups and here the limiting factor is FC shards, right? Unless you buy so much FC shard that the limiting factor is speedups, right? But this one, you usually can do it slowly over time and that works, right? When this one, now it's completed after 2 years and a half for me, but for a long time that you run out of, you never have, you always have researches to start. So by default, I'll use more on Research Center and I will try to have my War Academy let things run. The only way I used a lot of speed up on War Academy is to finish T11 on seasonal events, right? To get a lot of points on seasonal events. But the rest, I mostly let it run. And sometimes, you know, during SVS, if I have 2, 3, 4,000 and I will push for points, I'll still do some research speed ups here, but I'll limit as much as possible speed ups here. Do you think it's legit to trade resources for Frostars? It's probably not. It's probably not. I mean, it's buying with a currency that's outside of the game. You are doing something you cannot do in game, right? So as soon as you do something that you cannot do in game, you are going around the in-game limitation. It's likely at least borderline, if not putting you at risk. Will they do something about it? I have no idea, right? It's like a law, right? It's like the law when you are speeding with your car. If nobody caught you, you know, you went faster than the speed limit and nobody caught you. But if they were the cops and if they saw you, then there is nothing you can say about it. You cannot say, oh, I did not know, or, you know, whatever, you get caught, you get caught. So whenever you are doing something that's either forbidden or borderline, you always take the risk of being caught. I don't know what they do and they don't do. There are things, you know, that developers care more or less about than other devs. Some companies are very, very harsh with botting and they are monitoring botting very, very carefully, and you will likely get banned very quick. Some companies are not doing that much and you might get away for a bit, but you're still at risk to be banned and you might be banned anyway. They just, you know, might just be a bit slower. So it's like... myself, you know, I'm staying away from anything that's borderline, if that makes sense. But I've been on the other side. I've been banning accounts and I know, you know, I know how it feels to... I don't know if I know how it feels to lose your account because I've been banning others, but I know people were never happy to see their account, you know, being banned. It's gonna work well, Xen. I cannot, you know, I can never recommend you to play with the gray area, right? Just understand that it's always a risk. At least that. You want more troops? I mean, then, you know, just promote them. I mean, just train them. That's gonna happen with time. You know, at some point you will have too much and you're not gonna know what to do with them. So, but you know, the packs, you know, if you, like most people don't buy the training packs, they're pretty bad. what you could really do if you wanted for a bit is, you know, for a month or 2 months, let's say you use all your general speed-ups in training. So either you are lacking troops because you killed too many early days or something like that, you could be like, okay, I'm gonna use 1 or 2 months of my general speed-ups into troops. So I'm getting a bit more, but that's kind of the last resort. You know, I'll consider it last resort. So Aura is full. I mean, most people are very full here, so it's not gonna be an amazing... We don't get La Boubou. Last time we got La Boubou and I made a lot of points. Can I bring my farm? I could technically bring my farm, but... Yeah, but it's technically still using... I will bet, you know, I did not read the term of use of Whiteout in a while, but I will bet that's you know, considered something that's not allowed. Because you can buy resources for Frostfire, but then, you know, you should buy them with packs. You know what I mean? Like the legit way to buy resources from Frostfire is buying packs. If you buy a lot more, because where are you buying them from, right? That's as well the question. You know, there are many games where you can buy golds, you can buy power leveling in some game, you can buy some runes in Diablo, whatever game I play, you can buy a lot of things in games. Often people selling these are using, guess what? They are using bots. So that's why it's often forbidden to do these things, is because if you buy things from these people, you are supporting the cheating, the botting community, and it grows and it grows and it grows and it causes more and more issue in the game. I'm pretty sure, I don't know for sure, but if I had to guess, right? If I had to guess or bet, why we cannot exchange resources with each other in Whiteout, it's to prevent selling of resources. But the only reason I can imagine, you know, it could be for game balance and stuff, but it makes a lot of less sense here. I'm pretty sure that you cannot just exchange resources, just sending them to each other, to avoid the creep of sellers of resources and third-party companies selling resources on their games. So you have to burn the city, which, you know, still, I'm sure there are still websites where you can buy resources that's forbidden. But it makes it a bit harder, right? It makes it a bit harder to do, takes a lot of time. If you want to buy billions of resources, you have to spend hours attacking the city. Anybody else could do it. At the same time, you have no guarantee it's only for you. So, yeah, if you go around that, I mean, it's going around in-game restriction that's probably made to avoid selling of resources. So if you start to buy them, even with Frostfire, I'll assume it's borderline at least. So yeah, you do you, but I would not do it myself. And I need resources badly. I need so much resources. When car became a thing, if you were in an accident and you were drunk, you would not get any punishment because you were drunk. I mean, that's insane. But, you know, we had insane things. And there are many things we do today. There will be, you know, I love to be, you know, talking about historics and how people will judge us, you know, today with what we do, with war, with, you know, all the shit that we do. You know, we will probably look a bit stupid, you know, to the next generations. So that looked crazy to us, but it was probably very, very okay for them. And what's very okay for us might not be very okay very soon. So that, you know, what are we believing today that is as shocking as the earth is flat, right? What am I believe that are as often wrong or, you know, far from that? Probably quite a few, more than we think usually, I tend to believe. So someone else will do HQ today. So I kind of need to chill, and I'm gonna not be, I don't have a good targets today, so it's not gonna be a lot of points. And Euro is doing very little because he's stealing all the points. He has all his infantry home. So I'll need to swap that. I need to find someone else. I have 2 farms which I'm playing on a daily basis. I'm getting the Ultra Value monthly card for both of them. I don't think Illusion. I would not say so. I mean, if you do them manually, for me, it's like, if you play 2-3 accounts manually, there are so many people playing 2-3 accounts. I don't know, you know, like 2-3 accounts, there are many people playing 2-3 accounts. If you play 10, you start to be in a very, very gray, you know. The odds that you are doing that legit, the amount of people playing 10 accounts legit, it's probably very low, right? It's probably mostly people that are not playing legit and few people playing legit when you have 10 accounts. When you have 3 accounts, it's, you know, it's very, very likely 99.9 people are playing legit and you might have a few, you know, dodgy one in the middle, so. Like with this, I don't want to stress you guys as well. You know, if you play like a normal player, there should not be any, you shouldn't have to worry about it, right? If you don't start to use like scripts, macros or whatever, or programs or third-party programs to do things for you, like there is no, you know, like a game dev, like the last thing you want to do as a developer or as customer support is to suspend people that do not deserve it, right? You don't want to ban people that are your, you know, that are your engaged player that love the game so much that they play multiple accounts. Like that's the last thing you want, right? It's like these are, you know, we are the most active player they can have. We play multiple accounts. We love the game. We play it every day. You know, that's the kind of player you want on your game. So you don't want to ban these people. There is no, you know, no interest. Even the opposite. They're like, you know, we want these people playing and feeling safe and not having to worry about losing their account and things like that. So it's really like, you know, if you do it legit with your own fingers, your tapping, clicking, that's, you know, that's all good. Yeah, like for me, the hard part is like I start to do Intel Mission, and then I start to do Arena, and then, you know, it's like, but if you just log in, click 1 or 2, 3 red dots, send them together, you know, that's actually quite okay. But then you will log on them one by one. You know, even if you click, even if you kind of have a routine of the things you click, you know, you're never gonna click them at the exact same moment with the exact same interval between your clicks, right? If you have a script, there will be, you know, it will be like you log in, then 1 second later you click that, then 0.2 seconds later you do that, and that will be, you know, script will be like either a few options or very repetitive, and it's just gonna be spotted eventually, right? Like even if I would do the same thing every day on my 10 accounts manually, if you look at the pattern and at the, you know, at all of the things, it's never gonna be the same, right? If I look at the logs and if I look at, you know, everything that the game is generating in the backend, it's never gonna be the same. It's gonna be changing every day because maybe, you know, today on logging on the 6th account, I want to go to the toilet and then I want to make a coffee and then I come back and I do 7 accounts later. Tomorrow I have a phone call after the 4th account, I take a break, or I have a message, a pop-up, I take a break. You know, whatever, this kind of stuff. If it's always the same day, the same order, the same clicks with the same, you know, these things are, you know, they're gonna catch you. They are not, that's very easy to prove with today's, now if you just do real farms, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, you gather what? Twice a day, you don't do events, maybe you don't even care to do events, even if you get a bit of resources, but now, you know, most of the resources from event is secured resources, actually. It's just saving you to use like the resources you could take. But I know that last SVF they lost. I mean, I know people told me that they lost a lot of, they banned a lot of accounts. We had quite a few people losing account last SVS in the middle of the week. Even I think on Saturday, if I remember, maybe they did two buy and wave or something. But there was you know, some people lost their account very recently, so they are monitoring these things. Thanks for the video, Tonton. You're welcome, Tom. You're welcome. There is a new one coming today. I recorded one just before starting, so we have a new labyrinth updated guide today in like 2 hours from now. So I'll go offline in like an hour and a half-ish. I kind of need to work as well. And you know, it's like a lot of personal things going on as well, so I need to work for the rest of the afternoon. So I'll stay online for like shortly after Frostfire mine, which is in, you know, 50 minutes. So it's gonna be an hour and a half. We have an hour and a half more or less. To chill and talk, not much to do in game. I'm just gonna be focused a bit when I play Frostfire, man. That's really about it. So yesterday I went through all of my albums to remove all my duplicate and recycle everything. So I could buy like this one, and I could buy 18 of these, right? Extra. So 18 of these. With 18 of these, I got 1 extra shard. So today I got another one and I got another one. So in 19, I got, I basically got 2, and this one is a guaranteed one and it costs 10 times the price. So you see with like 20 envelopes more or less, I got 2, which I'll get. So it seems to be, I mean, it's kind of a, it's not a very like precise, it's just very low amount of data, but this month it was very similar to buy one or the other. So, you know, when you get closer to the max, like these packs will do nothing for you. There are so many PCs that they will do nothing for you. It's really, really important to get the best ones. So let me check where we are. That's level 9. It's not worth it to do events here, and that's gonna be. I mean, if you have 10 accounts and you do, it's a full-time job. Like you know, you need half a day in the morning. Already, like when I'm doing 4 accounts, like I'm doing 2 on Kingshot, and I'm gonna drop one soon because it's nearly where I want it to be. It's just like a test account on state 1. I'm not gonna keep going there. 4 accounts, like some days, if you want to do events, I'm not doing Frostfire mine and stuff like that. You know, that's too much, but. Just clicking everything, sending the farmers, doing the intel missions, like that's insane some days. It's already an hour and a half in the morning. And you know, I do something else, and you know, it's not like I'm not just doing that, but still feels a bit insane some days. How crazy it is to do that much. So I would not do it. That's one of my concerns as well. Like I wanted to do a restart project eventually, but first of all, it's like too much money for what I wanted to do. So I need to figure that out. And you know, if I start on a new state and I need to make a farm and another account, it's gonna really take a lot of time. But I don't think I would start over without making 2 accounts, you know. What did you get from the ice events? I got fire crystal, and I need a lot of chief gear, so I got some of these and some of these, like the plants, because I need to exchange them for amber so bad. And I got some polishing solution because I got too many alloy. Basically, every time I do chief gear, I got far too many alloy. I really hesitated with the speed ups, to be honest, but I need so many speed ups as well. But I'm gonna get speed ups from Mia's Fortune. That's gonna be the next guide on Mia's Fortune, the value of speed ups on Mia's Fortune. We don't have Mia anytime soon. And, you know, I bought, what, you know, $1.5 and maybe $5 some days and $10 maybe day 1 for the first stream to kind of get most of the events. But I went to level 30 or 31, so I just unlocked level 30. What did you guys get? You get something else or you got something? I mean, the fire crystal were a no-brainer, to be honest. You have like 40 alliances. You're like controlling the state, you know, with all your little accounts. And I mean, for some people that do as well, you know, bear from time to time, and even if you just send a few marches, plus you do some events and you get fire crystal, you could do a lot for SVS prep. But I think that's mostly these accounts that were like SVS prep point maker that had issue as well. I'm not paying attention at all to what's going on, so I don't know if... We have BNK, we have Jackie Chan. I mean, BNK will steal most of the... These 100 do a lot, so that's a bit cheaty, but that's okay. That's gonna steal a lot of points. So I need to go out and I need to find a home for my march. Where do I go? We have like far too many people. It's a nightmare to get into any one city, to be honest. Can I ask you a question about Philly Molly? In a recent video, you mentioned that you started to mark their widgets slowly through all of your rows. Can you expand on that? When to use the information? It's mostly so. You just need one of them, right? For most people. So there are Lancer 0 that are boosting damage of all troops. So you do not have to use Lancers in their ratio, sorry. So you will want to use them in marksman ratio, right? So you can use 50-0-50 or 40-0-60 with them. So 0% Lancers, and the widgets are working in defensive scenarios in garrison. So that's why you want one. You have Mia for offensive marksman ratios that you probably know about because that's boosting all troops. And you have an offensive widget. And then if you play marksman ratios defensively, you want Molly or Philly. And if you have using if you are defending two buildings, then you can get both. But that's a bit more of an investment. So for me, Molly is maxed. When it comes to stars, which does not change anything. And I prefer Molly over Philly, but they are very similar, to be honest. It depends a bit on the situation. So I'm gonna do Molly, then I'm gonna do Philly, but that's gonna take me months and months to max it out. So it's just when I'm garrisoning in like Foundry or some things like that you can use a Molly with your ratio. With like again 50-0-50, 40-0-60, something like that. What do you mean new game? You mean my state? I'm 948. That's my state. 948. Yeah. It's not gonna be a great Crazy Joe. But that dude is offline and with all his troops in, so... It is what it is. We are just too many. Game content in the impossible. You tell me, please, bro. I don't understand your question, Gopinath. Gopinath, sorry. Not sure what you're talking about. We had the SVS focus states, but I'm allowed to spend wherever I want since I'm in the top 30 in SVS with all the accumulated points from my farm. I mean, yeah, that's a good argument, I guess. That's a solid argument, you know. You carry your weight, right? So that's good. They could accommodate that. I'm FC5. I can unlock T11 infantry and marksman. Should I go for it? FC8 just opened last week. That's a good question nowadays. That's a very good question. Will you improve them a bit, Illusion? Like, you know, if you consider improving them a bit, I'm like, maybe you should do T11 sooner. So you're improving them, you know, even if you just do level 5 or something, it's still worth it a bit. Because you're gonna get T12 eventually, right? But that's gonna be in a while. So that's kind of the question I'm wondering. Usually, it's for people, I suggest to go T11 for people that have the resources, so at least a farm, and that really care to burn people on Saturday, on SVS, you know, weeks, to make a lot of points, so you keep your furnace level lower to increase the amount of targets you get. That could be a strategy, but right now it's like, okay, if you want to invest in T11, it might be better to do them as soon as possible than waiting, right? There is no end to that game. There is always new levels. There will always be new levels. It's not a game that has a hand. It has a hand today, but you know, in 6 months there will be something else to do. In 3 months there's gonna be something else to do. These games are forever being developed until they are, you know, they are not. But as long as the game is popular, they're gonna develop it, right? There is no reason for them not to. As long as the game makes money, as long as we are playing the game, they're gonna, you know, there's a big company behind it, so. When I should get Helios as free-to-play, I would not stress too much about Helios free-to-play, to be honest. I'll do one around FC8 or 9, and that's it for now, and then you're gonna have time before you do the next one. Like pure free-to-play, you're gonna do T11 every 8 months, something like that, just by doing them naturally, so. You're away from getting them, yeah. Yeah, but my point is really illusion. Like, if you, let's say you go FC9, right? So when you do T11, you will be more than halfway compared to... you will be more than halfway compared to... compared if you do the T11 now, right? So you will use... but it's gonna be a lot of resources as well to do them for 6 more months. I'm not sure what the best answer anymore here. I think both are okay. Because you said, what did you say about your progression? Do you already have FC8? I mean, there is a world where you skip T11 more or less, right? You go FC8, you go FC9, you go FC10, you stay with T10. You just go slowly to unlock T11. You never kind of train and play T11. You just go to T12 as well. I think that's a very valid strategy, to be honest. Because T11, you know, T11 research is not working for T12. So that could be... I think that's probably the better plan for most people by default, is to consider skipping T11 in the sense that you're gonna unlock T11, but you're not gonna train any because you're not gonna improve the research. So you just do the 3 T11s and then you play T12 later. So that's gonna be, I think, the play for most people. keeping T11 is my plan. Yeah, that's fair enough. I think that's really fair enough for quite a few people. So I'm gonna swap everything to just Lancers now for the last 3 levels. Just gonna try to find good joiner for that. And I'm missing someone. I'm missing someone with that. So now we have done that I did not do. And who else I'm missing? Naru, Labubu, Hungry Coach, Mia, Alice. Hungry Coach I've done. Probably Mia, right? But she's full. Let's just pick someone that's being attacked. That's not full. If any. That's gonna be him, right? That's all I can do. It's going to be a long time of playing T10. I mean, yeah, but that's what, you know, what the trade-off is, like investing in something you're gonna use for 6 months, and that's not having no impact on T11, on your T12. Which, you know, T12 you're gonna use far longer T12, very likely. You're gonna use T12 far longer. And there is no, I mean... I need to check the wording on the research of T12, if it's only stats of T12 or it's like permanent stats, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be permanent stats. What? My Lancer did nothing, everything was killed with infantry? Wow. On level 17? Oh, it's probably because there is B and K in there. So he probably like give them crazy stats, so that's really not good for me. So I'm curious to see what it does with B and K inside with infantry. But I'm doing very little points. What is your Wolverine using? He got a lot of kill with marksman. See, but I got a lot more than many people now on some of the cities, right? And that's probably me messing him up. Oh, that's Golden Boy messing him up. I feel like in that case he's very weak, and we are totally with our joiners. So like Golden Boy is a bit stronger than me, and he's the one garrisoning, so he's burning because of the joiners. That happens. That's really happened at that stage. Let me recall one of my marches. So I can do wave 20 chill. Yeah, I agree, Sesh. I think that might be the play, to be honest, now. That might be the only strategy kind of more or less you have. T11 might just be like a very optional thing now. Might be a very optional thing, so... I know it feels a bit weird probably, but... wow, that's terrible day. That's gonna be... wow, I mean 2.7. Not the worst, but it's really not a good... I might do it on the farm. If I can find a farm today, I might do it all over again. For T12, do you know if there is a benefit to develop T11 training costs? No, it does not impact anything. Okay, so do you know if there is a benefit of developing T11 training costs? So that first we train T11 and then promote T12. That's something I wanted to look into. I'm pretty sure it's working. Pretty sure it's working, but we cannot really look at that. But that was one of the things I was thinking. But I don't know if when you train T12 fresh, are they counting the cost reduction on the T11 part, something like that. But that might be... that's something I thought about last week and actually did not went back to check on it. So that's good you ask. But I think that could be... that could be one way to save a lot of resources for the people like us. I mean, at least the people that have very, very high research on their T11s. But do you really want to train T11s? You know? But I would assume they will do something for resources. I don't know if we will get a troop, like a troop experts. I don't know, like a change with that. It feels like a bit clunky and unpolished, and I'm kind of thinking that they will do something about it. I'm not sure what they will do, but it feels weird that it's not being sorted, you know, with like these research that cost that are very expensive, that are useless. That feels very weird to me. But I don't have T12 to test, so I cannot. I need to ask. We need someone who has T12 to test that, to see, like, you know, how can you be efficiently training? Else I cannot be sure, you know. It's like it will be theoretical, and I don't like to do that because it might not work the way we think. Or else I need to develop, you know, I need to unlock T12 for science. But that's very easy to test. We just need someone with T12 to test, you know, training one T1 to, I mean, one fresh troop to T11, then promoting it to T12, the cost of that, and training a fresh troop from T12, right? We just need that to be checked on someone's account that has T12, so... I might ask somebody. I might ask... we have some people with T12. Bonjour tonton, j'espère qu'il fait beau par chez toi. Bah il pleut. Bah là il y a une éclaircie, mais sinon il a plu toute la journée, écoute. Je sais pas chez toi. I'm Switch, hello, hello. Luck was asking if it's like, you know, a nice day here. It's raining. It's raining. Tonton, what the difference between defensive points and defensive points in CG? I have noticed you can have the most skills, but not the most defensive point. What the more important? So what are you looking at? Because there is probably a confusion here. So if we look at the report, right? So let's look at my city. So my city, I get points, like that defensive points, not based on kills, because that's my city. I'm the defender. You see there is the shield, right? It's written here. Reinforce allies to obtain extra defense points. Allies' defense points will not be affected. And you will obtain points equal to 50% of the defeat. So they are 100% points, right? And I get 50% points if my city is defending 100%. If we're killing 100% of the troops of Crazy Joe, I get 100% of the points, right? But I don't get more points when I defend city if I get kills. I don't. The points are given to people that are joining my city, right? The other 50% of points are given to them if they kill 100% of the troop and I kill 0% of the troop. So if as the defender I kill 0% of the troops because they all kill with infantry and I have lancers and marksmen because my city is empty, because I only have marksmen and they kill it all with infantry and lancers, whatever the situation is. But if I do not have any kill, 50% of the point will be given to them based on the amount of kill they do. But if I take kills, I don't get more points, but they get less points because they don't get 100% of the kill between themselves, right? So as a defender on my own city, I take points away from these guys. But you see, like, the higher kills, the higher the points, and it's based on Baldur level as well, right? So, you know, you could see someone with a tiny bit less kill and a bit more point because they have a better Baldur. But when everyone is at the same level of Baldur, more kills mean more points. That's just that simple. So that's the mechanic of Crazy Joe, right? So you want to defend your city, if possible, without doing any kills, which we cannot do at that stage of the game. We just have too many troops. And it does not work getting very little amount of troops for Crazy Joe. Just want to be clear on that because some people are asking me sometimes. It's like, should I kill my troops to be able to empty it for Crazy Joe? It's like, no, never. Do not do that for Crazy Joe. It's really not a good reason. So that's why, but you know, else you will have more points for more kills. That's just the way it works. Did we get to wave 20? It's raining all day, yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's the weather right now, so, you know, it gives me an excuse to be inside. Why don't you do it in a week farm alliance? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, you know, it's just boring. But I might try today, I don't have one for myself, so... But when, you know, when I have 3 accounts, I can already, you know, do it with 3 accounts myself. Other people are using the farms alliances, so... So I'm, you know, I'm not bothering that much. It takes a lot of effort for tiny extra rewards. But I might do it again. I kind of want to wrap up a bit my my albums. But I got first. But BNK, like, he was first for a few days. And if I look at the spectacular events, I'm still at Crazy Joe. Yeah, I'm still missing 30 million, so it's gonna take forever. It's gonna take, you know, it's gonna take 2 months and a half to do that. So if I do it in 2 alliances, it's gonna take twice less. And everything else is very slow. Alliance mobilization is very slow. And that's still a lot of, you know, that's still four things I can get, so. Your frame is so nice, thank you. But for us, like, you know, we are a full alliance, so, you know, we have some permanent farm that we keep from time to time, but like we are 99, none of we are 98, someone left, but you know, I could bring my farm eventually, but it's gonna be, we are already missing a lot of targets because the alliance is full of active players, so that's a bit of a... But if you have 10 spots and you are bringing 10 farms, it really, really helps. Can we see CG ranking over 5 million points of the most I've never seen? I mean, that's people doing it on farms. It's really just having cities for yourself. It's nothing else, you know. They do that KND regularly. I don't know which alliance they use, but they rank someone every week with that. So, and for us, it's kind of easy to do at that stage. I did not follow too much Switch. I think we do 3 alliances for FDT. I think we chill and we do 3 alliances, but to be honest, I've not been looking at R4, R5 chats over the weekend. So I'm very like following from far what's going on. But I do think we register. We have some people coming over today, so we can register 1 alliance here. I mean, we are 4 alliances, so there are like 1 alliance splitting toward 3. So I'm assuming that we're gonna do 3. So you can see Heat is here, then Car is here, and then we should have K and D here. So we have 3 alliances above 71 billion soon. And you know, more people are gonna move after Crazy Joe in this because that's gonna be I mean, the top 85. So these are very low. Wow, sorry, I misclicked. Let me see if I can bring it back, else I'm gonna restart it. So these are very low, but that's gonna go crazy tonight. This is gonna go up a lot, but like these guys, that's another level of power, you know. That's another level of power. I mean, Pangu is 15 billion right now, so he's fat. Full of troops and fat of troops. How much is he ranking right now? He's in one of the... What else people personal power? Oh, they are like... Wow. That's really insane. That's really insane. But expert will do a lot. 943 or 855. I don't know, Xen. I think 855 had a good shot. I think they are getting more help than 943 usually. But I think they both have been tyrants, so... So I'm not sure. Oh, I should not have sent. We got still can at 1 people today. We have Frostfire mine, so I need to recall. That was kind of useless. I'm gonna use the free-to-play strategy, I guess. I did not push recently, so probably not a good idea to do the wild strategy, but I kind of want to chill with the wild strategy. I'm just worried of the points it makes. So I think I'll go with free-to-play just for albums. But I don't have, you know, I could do some research on Katie, but what do I have? So I have additional XP from patrols to help me. Capacity, we don't care. Extra charms, okay. And I got... That I really need to improve eventually. I really need a lot of speed up for this kind of stuff. Aurais-tu des mises à jour sur les ressources que demande l'équipement du chef? Sur le Discord officiel, tu trouves facilement ça. Hein. Moi, c'est le genre de truc que je fais pas parce que je trouve ça un peu plan-plan, mais c'est parfois utile. Et sur le Discord officiel, tu les as, ce genre de tableau. Anglais, français, tu dois l'avoir sur les français aussi, je pense. How do states help each other for Tyrant? I never understand how that will work. I think there are a few options, right? The simple option is you try to, either from previous experiences, or you counter it the day of Tyrant whenever happens, but you can try to prevent them to get turrets. So you will have your your health. Let's say you go for lethality and health, but everyone is going for lethality and health, so it's a bit tough. But let's say you go for lethality and health, and you might be the top dog, so you might get them. So you will have your helping alliances going to attack and defense, and trying to have your opponent not getting them, right? Or you could go for attack and defense, and you could try to have your opponent not getting them as well. So that's the main thing that people use help for, is really preventing them from getting threats. Another thing you can do is like aggressively attack their farmers, so you prevent them from gathering, but that's a bit more... I mean, already turrets requires a lot of speed ups and gems and stuff. But if you prevent them from gathering, you can reduce the amount of skill they use, and they might find themselves in a bit of a pickle not to be able to gather. But the map is big, so it's really hard to do. That will be the two main things, I think. Yeah, there is a gift code about Children's Day. Children's Days 505. I've claimed it already, but let me put it on the Discord, I guess. Gift codes. Yeah. If people don't get these by their alliances somehow. Hello, Bamba. What are the common mines? Indeed, the green ones. What do you mean the common mines? You talking about Frostfire mine, or you talking about Tyrant? I guess it was when I was looking at Katie. No, Katie has nothing about the mines, does she? That's always... That was maybe something else, let me know. It was to stay in a common mine for 5,000 bonus every minute, or to farm in higher tier for mines. So you do not have to stay in the mine, you have to enter the mine, so you do not want to stay in it. If you stay in the mine, I don't even think you get it every minute. I think it's only when you enter, so you have to leave the mine and to enter again to trigger it, right? I'm pretty sure of that. Or you mean the 1.5k at the beginning? And that usually not worth it. It's usually, you know, opened in 10. We'll see when it starts, you know. We'll have the talent skill when it starts. But you see, these are outdated. It used to be the other way around. But we'll see, Ulil. We'll see in 10 minutes when the skills are up. But in my experience, it does not worth it. I only know two strategies that works. Either you can gather level 3 mines and you can get in the middle and you are a whale. Either you have to kill patrols and do volcanoes. Everything else is far worse. I don't know anything else that works. Maybe there is another way, but I'm not aware of it. If there is another way. You can do level 2 mines with the level 3 mine strategy, but you're never gonna rank better than top 10. And you're often gonna be top 20, and sometimes I've been even out of top 20 with it, so it's really average. Really, really average. It's either level 3 mines or it sucks basically. Did I do one more? Yeah, I can do one more. So just after the stream, you're gonna get a labyrinth update video. Let me do it quick while we are waiting. So I need to run after Frostfire mine. I mean, not to run just after Frostfire mine, but I won't be staying very, very, very long. Let's do that while we are here. Not the new ratios. What can I do? Can I put my gear on Rufus? Can I get his XP up or not yet? Oh, I can probably. Probably it's gonna work. Bam! Welcome to the team. Let's see if I can do a level or two. I don't think I can, but we'll see. Thanks to you. Okay, cool, Bamba. Cool, cool. It was the only free-to-play event before Expert came. I think it's gonna be okay for Experts. I think it's gonna be okay. We'll see how it goes, but I think, you know, I don't think it changes much. It might for a month or two, but you know, most well they don't know what they do anyway. So unless, I mean, the last skill is kind of doing a lot. I agree. The last skill is kind of a big thing. You will get a bit less reward. I don't think you're not gonna get reward and you're not gonna be able to rank anymore. I don't think that many people will care to have KT, and there are not that many big spenders that will care about KT. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's gonna have a bigger impact. See, I did one more level already. That's pretty good. Yeah, when it's maxed, but that's a lot to max it. It's insane to max it. And it's 150k if someone does not have it, right? So you, like free-to-play, will get at least half of that very easily. And then soon they'll get 2/3 of that, so the difference will be 50k. It still could be quite a bit in ranking, but I don't think there will be that many people with it maxed. So the gap between someone having it level 6 and level 8 is gonna be kind of low overall. So of course, I'm not saying it has no impact, but I don't think it's I don't think it's gonna destroy, you know, completely free to play, and they're not never gonna have a chance again, you know, that kind of thing. I don't think that's it is that bad. But yeah, of course, it's you know, it's making it less free to play for sure. That's we might just, you know, disagree or not sure where. I'm not sure where it's gonna land or in terms of impacting free to play, I guess. That was 2 levels. Small things one at a time. Let's do arena as well, and then we're gonna move back. I have no research going on? Wow, that might have been for a little while. That's maxed out. So we did Baldur, or Baldur is maxed out. So it's gonna be Valeria next. That's maxed out, so we're gonna do that. We can check at the end. It depends where you rank, but again, like it's you know, everyone's gonna. You're not gonna have 30 people that will do 30k more than you. You're gonna have 1 or 2. You're gonna have 3 or 4 maybe. So it's not gonna be 30 rank. You're not gonna have 30 people with a max. Even in a couple of months, you know, you're gonna have, you know, a few. You will be able to count them on your hands. And people that really care about Foundry, they can, you know, about Frostfire Man, they will get a decent hero, and the gap will be a lot less. So I think it's like, of course, you know, it's spenders have an advantage here as well, which they did not. I mean, they already had it, to be honest. Like the spender strategy is nowhere near close the free-to-play strategy. It's just that many spenders do not know how to use it. So that was an element of skill and knowledge, right? That now an expert is kind of clothing that a bit, and it's more a gap of spending. But I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see if you guys can still manage to rank or not. My KT not gonna be crazy until a few more months. So I might see it myself today, you know, if everyone had a crazy KT and I don't, but I don't think that's gonna happen, so, you know, just yet. She's not that easy to max, so. And many whales could not care less about KT. They have, like, you know, many big spenders, they have to care about Romulus and all of that cost insane amounts, so. But maybe, you know, maybe you can, like, not worrying enough, I guess, about it. Or, you know, rationalizing something that should not be. But we'll see. Time will sort things out, like we say. And we'll see how it goes today. So let's go free-to-play strategy, volcano patrols, see if I'm lucky or not. I did not feel last time that there was a lot less players in the battlefield, to be honest. They kind of said in the last patch note that there will be less people in the battlefield, but I did not really felt that there was that many, you know. Oh, I was showing things for the video. Let's do Mia. And let's do Mori, but that does not really work. So let's do that. Maybe trying that. Time will tell you. Why do you have the icon for Frostfire in the lower right? Did you not? Maybe I did not register? I should have registered. I should have the countdown if I did. I did. Setting up the battlefield. I mean, I'm pretty sure I did earlier, but I did not double check. But I did when I scheduled the stream, so we'll see. But that's a bit weird, right? Did I miss something? I don't know. Oh, we have a bunch of whatever that's called. But it's weird that, you know, okay, it's I don't know, again, we'll see. I hope I can enter. Else I'll do it later. 24 sec window. I just have a phone call. I'm just gonna take it in case it's an important one. Be right back. Enter. Boom. So it was a random spam. Oh, yeah, it was on my farm. Okay. So I have somebody here. It's not too bad of a placement. It's not too close to the edge. It's kind of close to middle. For the beginning, it's not too bad because, you know, there are a lot of things in the middle that you can get. There are the few level 2 I can get here. So far we are 50, so we'll see how it goes. But that's, except that dude, you know, it's actually not too bad of a start so far. Good luck if you guys do it as well. You can compare ranking and how it goes. Just clicking some red dot in king shot quick, and we go. What is the point of the rally captain if all skills are applying in your own rally and things like in the rally arounds? I'm not sure I understand your question, Jose. What is the point of rally captain? I'm not sure I understand what you want to know. We are 80. If it does not go like a lot more, that's pretty low amount of players, and I have a big pool of level 2 as well towards here. So I can go a bit toward. I'm gonna go here a bit, especially if that dude's teleporting, and then I'm gonna go towards middle because there is a shit ton here that I can get, and that's gonna be a pretty good start if that's the case. 111, that's a lot. For me, it's 83. So 83 is gonna be very chill, hopefully. If that's the case, it's gonna be very chill. See, he teleported. Exactly what I was hoping for. We're gonna get a lot of these easy. And it's gonna be perfect. They're gonna unlock nicely, one at a time. That's gonna be amazing. Oh, someone is taking all of mine. See, I already got level 3, so that's gonna be amazing. So all my plans are kind of going to shit, you know, when it comes to all of these patrols. But the skills are going very well. So I need to time the skill. I could not trigger the... Wow, I missed the 5k here a lot, so that's... Let's trigger these. And it was like 40, right? So that's a lot of points I missed. I thought my march went, to be honest. Now we are 91, 93, so that's not too bad. And we have 1 minute before the patrols are coming back, so I really need to loot and to pop many of these as possible. And get maybe the level 2 from that dude. I should have probably seek 1 or 2 more, to be honest. There might have been 1 or 2 patrol I could get. But I'm a bit tired today, so I'm gonna, you know, not gonna overstress myself for these things. Probably could have done a bit better. We said 41, right? So that's gonna be 37. We'll see if I get the 5k. It's a decent start point, was 37, 36, something like that. Bam, bam, bam. And they're gonna start to reappear as well for the patrols in the next like 30 sec-ish. So I mostly need to collect, you know, the things in the corners. I'm kind of slow for that right now and just wait for the patrols to respawn. I could technically gather with 1 or 2 march, you know, I could have these 2 march together, get a tiny bit more income. That's that would be ideal. And then start to recall them now, because they're gonna start to respawn, you know. Get here as well, so that's gonna be 33. That's mine, buddy. I think I got the 5k. I think I got the 5k. They are everywhere now, so we're gonna get our 5th kill easy. That's really the part that is important. And the 5k was what, 36, 33 maybe, I don't know. I need to pay attention again. Probably missed it as well, so I kind of need to check if I get it now. I did not get it, so I'm gonna get it in like 20 sec. And yeah, I need to go here. Let's take that. We do okay. It's not crazy, but we do okay. With the 5k, it's gonna help a bit. I'm not sure I got the 5k. I did not pay attention. Let's trigger it again. We can get these as well. I probably got it then, if I don't get it now. It's gonna be 2 minutes, so technically I can like go a bit further for some of these. If I find any hiding and chilling. That's when you can use the research eventually. Sometimes it's when, at the kind of only case I find it useful. I'm gonna try to make them leave, to be honest. And try to get the trigger the 5k just in case. I got it. That was 24. I could use a bit of PvP, you know, maybe they'll be like, oh, he's bothering me, I'm gonna get the F out of here. We could have another batch of them coming back as well. We should have a few, might be able to snipe a few of these patrols eventually. Sometimes they appear just before, so I just want to have my march. They are not moving, they are recalling, they are not losing any heroes, so we just need to make sure I got the 5k and... See, one here. And where do we stand? We stand 700 million. That's not too bad. That's a bit too far. We want to kind of check the volcano. So I got 2 here. It's not really good for volcano, right? These are close. I'm gonna get to the furthest one first. This one is gonna be a bit far. And there you go. I want to trigger the 5K. It's a bit more important, so we're gonna do that. Oh, I forgot to recall my march. That's a terrible mistake. So I'm gonna trigger the 5K and get the patrol. It's gonna give me like 6.5K instead of 4 to do a volcano. That did not work. So let's see. So I got 2 here, 1 here, 1 here. This one can be good as well. It's not too much of a bad spot, you know. It's not crazy, but I need to see if I find a bit better for myself. That will be 19, so that should be okay. I don't know if I get it, to be honest. I really don't pay attention to it. These are not really good, so let me see if I can find something. We are 106, so that's a lot of them here. That's a very good spot. I'm gonna go here. So 12 sec, so 7 sec for most of them. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. The more I wait, the more I take the risk that these are being gathered. I need to trigger the 5K as well and get some of these after and get some of the patrols. That's a very, very good run for that. That's why, you know, I'm gonna make a lot of extra points here. Some of them were kind of old and disappeared already, so can I get some extra? Sometimes I want to teleport to recall all my troops. That's an option as well. I don't really use it, but if you have all of your march out and they're, you know, walking back, you could teleport to save like 20-30 sec. See? That's working very well. I'm really close to these guys. So if I have a chance, if I can get middle a bit, if I don't mess up the 5K as well, which I need to kind of do now. Which I just got, bam, and I got, you know, refreshing on the mines. That seems to be a decent area as well. People are not really hunting a lot. You have 30 sec for the timer. Let me pop, you know, let me see if I can pop many of these. Bam, bam, that's what we want. And I don't know if I'll get the 5k. I'll see if I get it now. If I don't, I need to kind of do it again. And then we're gonna have new patrols anytime soon. Let's see, I just got it now. So it was around 1450. And that's very comfortable. I don't think there is anybody doing the proper well strategy, which is, you know, like, people, come on. Either we don't have wells or they don't know what they're doing for the one that they do. That's very surprising to be. Patrol will come back anytime, so I'm not going to play offensively too much. Just need to keep one march to do the, again, the 5k as always. They start to come back. There you go. Are they respawning a bit slow or not near me yet? Come on. Comme si tonton. But if I harass the level 9 just above me and he teleports, I'm like alone. That's something I might try in a sec. When, you know, when that batch is like killed, I might really go try to harass the level like Fire Crystal 9 just above me. Just to see if he leaves. And if he leaves, I'm like chilling until the end of the game here. That should give me the 5k again. It did not. So I need to trigger it again. That's a lot of time wasted. It did. So it was around like 32, 33. It does not get points, it gives you chests, so you can return the chest so you can unlock healing skills. So it's a bit different than points, but if that's what you mean, yeah, it's kind of working that way. Let's scare him a bit. See if he moves. How are we doing? Second. That was a bit too soon for the point, so we're gonna do it now. I don't have a march. I don't have a march ready, so that's when you lose a lot of time. I don't have anybody ready for the 5k point, and that's a big mistake on my side. Now, that might be 5k point loss, Paddy. I'm trying to kind of, you know, get people away from where am I. Then I'm not gonna really get patrols on the next minute, so I have 1 minute to kind of try to get a bit of real estate for. That's too far, it's gonna take too long unless I speed it up. Oh, yeah, I need to speed it up too much. I can always collect a tiny bit here and recall these as soon as possible. And I dropped a bit, so we'll see. That's really not too bad. That's kind of chill. So I could get the 5k, that's perfect. I can recall, and now I can do the volcano. That's really important to do these little things, right? These little changes that really help you to get these extra points. Especially when you are very close like that. One, two, three. I have a lot. I have very decent options here. So let's go to that one. And I lost track of the 5,000. Are you going for middle? I'll go for middle a bit, yeah. I'll go. I'm not gonna teleport and speed up. I'm just gonna send a march from far. And I don't know if I got... I was reading chat. That's my bane of, you know, doing things live. I really miss little things I usually don't. So I might teleport to recall them, but I have a lot to do here. So I might just teleport to recall them and stay around because I'm kind of chill. And I don't really want to leave a chill spot, you know? Ah, it's being taken by somebody else. My chill spot is not chill anymore. Well, here I'm losing time, so I need to... Yeah, that's okay. That's actually quite decent, you know? It's close to level 2. Let me trigger, see if I can trigger. That's an extra 3, that's an extra 4. I'll guess most of these easy, and I'm getting some things to loot as well, so that's not too bad. I just need to get my main march back and I'm gonna go middle with it. So that's the only bit of the challenge here. But the only thing I need to keep track, as soon as I see my main march, which is now, I need to go middle. And we're gonna see how we do. I just have no idea about the 5k again. And I'm second, so if I can get middle a bit, that could do a lot to me. And I need to find that 5k, how much, when is it? Actually, no idea if I triggered it. I got it now, so that was 522. So history ranking, so we have someone that's very strong and someone else that got it, so that seems to be pretty okay for me. That means that not, you know, there's not a lot of worst case if I'm second or something, you know, I'm gonna lose to the first, and that's gonna be it. So we said 38, so I have a bit of time here. Did I add the chance? And Madlet is insanely maxed out, and Gen 11 hero, so nobody gonna kick him out unless we have another dude like that. So it's kind of safe at that stage, you know. These are very far, so I don't want to send too many because I should get one soon. And we're gonna try for the 5k again. We got it. So I'm very close, and the guy that is middle is nowhere near here, the guy that is middle, so he doesn't know what he's doing, to be honest. With that power, he could just chill in level 3 area and be first, no problem. That's not gonna work. That's 11 sec. Let's kick them. Let's take my real estate. But I need patrols. What the finishing plan, right? I need to get the mine. I need to kill some more. We said 30, so that's gonna be now, right? I need to never miss the last 5k I can get. And I got it. I'm gonna have another wave of patrols, of which I'm gonna try to get, and then teleport last minute to try to get a bit more. They recover in 1 minute, so we can try again middle, but with the power of that dude, you know, unless there are two whales fighting, but it seems not to be the case, to be honest. But in 1 minute, we can always try. We got some respawning, very close. I'm gonna keep them for me. Then the last one will be finishing, basically, when we teleport to get a few more. That's a really good run. No matter what, it's a very good run. I made a few mistakes, but not that many, and that's all I can do. You know, the rest does not depend on me. We got the 5k, we got a lot of kills. It's gonna be close, so I really need to try to pop like a few last moment points by teleporting one last time. And try to get these a bit eventually. And make sure in like 15 sec I get the... Let's try, let's make sure, you know. I get the 5k and let's not waste it. Let's teleport here, it's free. That's gonna be a lot of points that are easy. And I might burn one teleport of my own to get another round of these, because like there is a high chance of ranking, you know, so these are very important. Little extra points. Let's see if I can pop these. Wow, I'm misclicking. That's not a lot of points. These two are not a lot of points. That's what I can do. That's what I found. Ah, he's good. He's good. So third, I mean, it's not too bad. That guy got middle a bit, probably. Yeah, from shelter, 60,000 points. So that's the guy that got middle for a sec. So, you know, that was... And this guy did very well for this endgame dude. And he had KT a lot lower. So harvesting vein a lot more. Common veins. Defeating patrol. So he was a gathering dude. So that's not so good for a gathering dude if he... You know, depending if he could hold or not. But 3 is good. That's a lot of reward. I'm happy with that. Carney was in the same... So Carney is another R4 here. He was in the same... he was just here. See, that's a lot, right? When you compare KT. So he would have beat me, you know. But that it is what it is. You know. Je ne savais pas que les soldats faisaient gagner des points. Bah, si t'as les bons talents, Locke. Si t'as les bons talents. So expert carried me, guys. Expert carried me to victory. I mean victory to better ranking at least. I mean, I did have a chill map. Not sure what I could have done really better. The computer is a bit slow to find the patrols and stuff. So that's... even if I'm getting used to it, it's, you know, clicking with the mouse sometimes is a bit slow compared to 2 fingers. So, but I don't know what the setup I need to stream on the tablets. To be honest, that's something I want to look at this year. What do I need? Is that expensive or does it work? The dude was more pay to win. I mean, we could look at it, right? It is, of course. I just think it's not the death of free to play. That's really my point. But that the extra one you get, always good. So that dude, he got similar KT than me. So, but he got mostly middle. That's what gave him a bit. He did collect a lot less. Earn over time Frostfire skill. Okay, so that's the equivalent of the patrols, right? I got 110k from the patrols, and he got 29k from occupying the veins. So that's a lot better to do the patrols, of course, but we know that obtaining by occupying common veins. I've done a lot better job than him here. That dude is very similar to me. No, I got a far better expert, sorry. So he beat me on harvesting as well. He was more a harvesting guy. Did not get point on patrol. But the one we'll just look at. So that person is... I mean, I rank better because of my expert. Basically. They beat me to patrol. They beat me a lot to patrol. They did a very good job, and they're collecting from the every 5 minutes. See, like they got 2 times it more. It's 10k plus patrol. So they did play very well for B-Berry. Carney, he was harvesting. Like I beat him with experts a lot, but he would have beaten me as well. He did decent with the 3k, 5k every minute. And patrol, that's very weird that he got... That's a bit of a weird choice, I find. To unlock the patrol skill and to gather the rest of the time. That's a bit of a weird strategy, but somehow it works for him. You know, could have beat me. Here we have similar one. Here, I mean, they do very well with no expert for Tom as well. Harvesting veins, similar strategy. That's very good. Like for the corner, that you did a lot of the corner. Patrol's not as good. 5k every minute. He was really bad. But what he did very well was the scattered or he shall compile. That really gave him a lot. That's maybe, I think that's something I'm probably not doing good. I might not be going... But then, you know, that does not explain the expert anymore here. You know, I could have been 7 or 6 without my expert as high. So of course, you know, it's not as good, but it's not the end of the world. Top 10 is probably, yeah, quite harder. But, you know, if you are not top, to me, like the way I view it, if you are not top 3, it does not really matter if you look at the rewards. If you look at top 10 versus, I mean, maybe top 5, you start, but that's freaking 5. You know, between top 5 and top 10, you get 5 of these. Like, these really do not matter, to be honest. For me, it's like either top 1, 2, 3, or I don't care. Between top 4 and top 20, the difference is so slow that I don't care. So the chances to be right now for me, even with, you know, me playing well, and unless there are better strategies, you see, like, I'm rarely top 3. I've been 1 here with the well strategy that worked very well, but I've been really rarely top 3 or even with playing well. So everyone play well, so it's a bit of hard to get top 3, and then, you know, whether you are 5 or 20, the rewards are so close that I don't, you know, it's like ego at that stage. It's not a reward thing, it's really ego and pride to play well and to rank. It's not reward, so you're not losing much anyway. That's how I've been looking at, you know, Frostfire Mine for a long time. It's like, can I do top 3? Yes. Then I feel I get a bit more, and then else it's really pretty much the same. $21 in the end. That was close, but 140 is a lot. Then that's really weird they did not open more battles. But they said, I mean, the last 2 updates were about less people in the battlefield, so I don't know with 140 how it is less. I think 100 is fine. 100 is fine. 110 start to be crowded. 100 is fun as well. 90, 100 is fun because you know, you can play and you can find targets, you can play, you can have fun, I find. Then when it's 110, it really depends. With a bit of luck, you could be quiet. But it's and then when it's 120 plus, it's a nightmare. They said I'm switched the last two updates they did. There was a line in the patch note about it, but we don't know. You know, we don't know what was the maximum. Maybe the maximum was actually 170 or 200, and some lobbies were as high, and they capped it 250. You know, maybe something like that, And, you know, I was hoping 400 maybe, and then never gonna be the case. So I'm not too sure, but something like that. But that's decent rewards today, nothing too crazy. $54 Ulul. They should cap it. Yeah, 100, 110, that's okay. 110 starts to be a bit much. Because you know, when the little time I got 85 or 90, I find it fun, you know. You have targets, you have patrols, you can play. But though, like, often my best ranking is from the most, is on the most challenging ones, I find. Because everyone is struggling, and I tend to do a bit better in that case. Somehow, I rank more when it was very challenging and buddy than when it's like a chill. Yeah, but I find that it's very risky. I mean, how would you go about it? You will mean teleport in the middle and try to, you know, kind of get there, speed up a march, all of that? Because it's very costly in gems to do that, I find. You know, if you do 50%, you could spend 10k gems on something that's really random. Well, I prefer to get another round of Volcano. That's 20k point guaranteed, plus eventually like triggering the 5k again properly, plus getting a few patrols. So I did not find a way that really helps me to get middle safely. But maybe I'm doing it wrong, you know? So I try my luck later. No speed ups, or maybe 1 or 2. Sometimes, depending if there are like a lot of whales and the middle is swapping a lot, I will try to send a march and I will speed it up to try to arrive based on the other people coming in as well, right? So just after a few hits. If I see a few lines middle, I'm gonna look at, you know, how much time it takes them to get middle, and I'm gonna try to arrive just after, hoping that they are not full. But that was not the case today. I did not even check because the dude was so strong and holding for like 2 minutes. So I was like, yeah. Little to no point doing that today. It felt. We need to do 3 polar terror, so I'm gonna do 2 now. But I'm gonna go soon, guys. I need to go back to work. It's lunchtime as well. We kind of eat early with the wife, so I kind of I'm hungry as well. I'll go get food too very soon. Maybe the free-to-play strategy is to develop extra charms on Katie, so you don't have to play the game. Maybe that's making up for it. But I got that, so that's really cool. Because the next one's gonna be 9 or 12 million or something. It's gonna be 9, so it's gonna take me like 6 Frostfire mine. If I do 500k every time with Katie, it's gonna take me, you know, 6 more, maybe 5 more if I really go crazy on some of them. But that one, did I finish it? No, I don't finish it. So maybe there is a chance to complete that today. Very, very small chance. But I got 1. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm just 1 away to complete this one. And that means that I'm kind of safe from BNK for a while. Is that the frame? That the frame that does the red thing? I've seen so many people with the red PFP now. Is that the... I get that the frame that do that. Bam! 2160. I'm just missing 51 now. Just missing 51. But I'm gonna be able to get some this weekend. But this weekend I'm gonna gather like crazy. I might, you know, we go for point on Tyrant, so I might chill a lot on Tyrant. I might just gather and chill. And just do my albums and stuff and keep my resources. Else, if I burn billion of resources, I cannot do T12 anytime soon. So I might just really chill and just, you know, just do whatever in there. That might be the strategy because I don't know what to do with my resources. And local, you know, local Sunfire Castle, I'll stream it, but I might chill as well. I'm not too sure. But these are just insane. Thank you, Lul. Did you get your answer, Lul, about the skills? Because I forgot to look at it when we were in game. Like, should we clarify that before I go? You have a video in... Come on, give me the AI language translation, YouTube. I think there is a video scheduled in like 17 minutes about Labyrinth and the most comprehensive Labyrinth guide out there, I believe. I do believe that. That's in 15. But I don't have the AI auto-dubbing available yet, which sucks. But I'm just asking about Gen 8 again. Should I go for Wu? I'm 48 for 48 build and like be earning cities and being a good joiner. I mean, it's very simple to me. It's like Hendrik, man. Or just get out. Either just get out or Hendrik if you want. It's not gonna help you to burn cities or anything you like to do. It's just gonna be so good for Arena and a good joiner. I'm really having a hard time not going for Hendrik, to be honest. But you could skip Sonia, you could skip Hendrik, you could just go for Gatot. You could skip Zura. You could skip, if you really need charge, you could skip Gen 9 as well. So you could skip Gen 8 and 9. Gen 10, you do Gregory to improve your Gatot. That's going to be a lot. You're going to do Blanchette with the Lucky Wheel, and then you go crazy on Gen 11, something like that. But if you have the shards, I'll do... Because you can do, likely in Gen 8 and 9, you can do 1 hero, so I'll do Hendrik. And, you know, it's gonna be Bradley, Mia, and your best infantry anyway. So that, whatever you do, it's not gonna change. Maybe Xura is gonna change over Bradley on offensive rally. Is Xura offensive widget? Where are you, Xura? Yeah, Defender. So she's defensive widgets. To be honest, I'll just do Hendrik for Arena. Sonia is also a good joiner. No, Sonia is bad, man. Sonia is bad. Somebody shared the effectiveness of Sonia on Bear based on the rally leader heroes. And it's not that good. So Hendrik will be better for Arena. And Hendrik will be better joiner. And Sonia is not gonna change anything at your marches if you are using 48 for 48. Hendrik as well. Maybe you can try offensive. Maybe you can try offensively play Hendrik. But the chances is that you did far higher widget on Bradley, and you're gonna use Bradley anyway. Depends. I mean, like people like Edis from sometime with marksman. Sometimes Edis does a bit better than Gatot with marksman offensively. So some people like Edis offensively over Gatot, but I don't think the difference is huge. But that's something you will find, at least, you know, that we've seen regularly. And that, you know, that's something we use with my alliances, my state, and that's something I've seen viewers as well doing. That seems to be, to me, that seems to be fairly safe to assume that is that she does very well with for Edis, she does very well with marksman. I don't know if it helps, but I mean, I don't see the benefit of Sonia. Hendrik does everything better, and she does not change your own march. And Hendrik had the chance to change your offensive march to Burn City. I just did not do Hendrik, so I don't know if you will replace Bradley by Hendrik. But with close enough widget, you might just use Bradley defensively and Hendrik offensively for your solo march. And for Bear, probably Bradley is still. Let me check Hendrik. In your march, right? Hendrik you will use as a joiner. So damage enemy down, defense up. Yeah, that's why it does not really work for Bear. Every 3 turns, the Abyssal, Spirit, Descent, Marksman, launch an attack to all enemies. And Bear is 5000 infantry, so that's only touches infantry. So it's a lot less effective on Bear. That's very effective on Bear. But that's better at the joiner. So you'll use Bradley on Bear still, and maybe Hendrik to burn cities because that's an offensive widget. And against the city, Hendrik will be quite okay. Hendrik will be quite solid, to be honest. Yeah, as a higher stats. I don't know if it helps then. I don't know if you can make a decision of that, but and you will get an amazing arena. You know, if you start to have a, you might start to have Olger with a bit of points in it, you know. Carney was with me. He's like, damn, I need to. I can try. We'll probably do only Hendrik then. I think so because Gen 9 there is nothing good. Like Gen 9, you know, Magnus suck. Xura, you know. I mean, if you want arena again, if you want a tiny bit of a bear upgrade and you have too many shards, you know, you could do Xura, but I would not do Xura like, you know, by default. Hendrik I would because he's such a good joiner. But you know, like with man, with T12, I don't know what's gonna be the joiner meta, you know. I really don't know what's gonna be the meta for joiners. It might change everything we do starting Gen 10. In March released. So the two different strategies for solo attacks are Get Out Sonia Bradley 60-40 or Edit Mia Hendrik. That will be, yeah. You could use Get Out as well with the marksman, but that would be that, yeah. That would be that. And that 60-40 is quite decent, to be honest, that way. Sonia is quite okay, Get Out is quite okay. That would be your most common choice, yeah. You know, I have a file with all of these things. And that will apply mostly to city burning. I've seen some weird things. Sometimes there are some other ratio, but you really got a good baseline. I mean, except Mia, except for marksmen, right? For lancers, you are using Bradley offensively and defensively. That's very simple. For lancers, you are using Bradley until I don't know which gen having a marksman that's replaced Bradley, but you know, if you are playing 60-40, you are using Bradley for a while. From Gen 7 to Gen at least 11, I guess. Maybe you are using Lloyd. No, maybe you're not using Rufus because Rufus is having marksman only skills, right? He's having big marksman only skills. This one is marksman. So that's Gen 11 you are using. So for lancers, Gen 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, at least you are using Bradley. That's very simple. And the latest marksman, the latest lancers offensively, or the, you know, like you use Sonia offensively, Fred defensively, you use it based on the widget. And you follow the widget. It's kind of the same for infantry, except you use the latest gen 99% of the times. These are very simple. With marksmen, you can use Mia offensively, Molly or Philly defensively. Then you will follow a bit the widgets as well. So it's not, you know, heroes are like fairly straightforward at that stage. There's not like 20 options for, you know, again, most cases, most situations. And that works well enough. Latest infantry, you follow the widget for the hero that's important, and you use Bradley with lancers, and you use Mia offensively with marksman, and Millie or Philly defensively with marksman, and that's you kind of sorted your hero situation. Use in Gen 7 Hector, Mia, Bradley. That's probably very good. And go only for Hendrik. Enjoy your arena as well. It's gonna be good. You know, when you have Gat Out, it's gonna be great. But that's gonna take a while. That's really gonna take a while to get him to a decent level. I just got Gen 7. I have Wooming maxed. I think I will skip Edis and Gordon. Yeah, I would not do... if you have Wooming, I would not do Edis. She's quite stronger, but, you know, you're gonna get Gat Out Gen 8 anyway, so... Unless you need Edis for rally leading or something, I would not... That's a lot of investment in infantry. Every 2 gen is okay. If you have the shards, you know. If you play actively enough to have the shard, that's fairly enough. That's really, for me, that's really marksman. I don't see myself missing marksman ever again. I never did except Hendrik, and I regretted it. I could do all the marksmen, and you know, Gen 3, 4, 5 is because I transferred a lot. That's really helped me as well. Without transferring that much, it would have been quite harder, to be honest. But that worked, you know, that worked. I'll go, guys. I'll get some food and I'll get back to work. Take care of the house for a few things as well before. I'll see you... I'll do a stream for the French folks. Pour les Français, on se voit jeudi soir. Ça fera le stream des 1000 abonnés. So the French channel is 1000 subscribers as well, so that's amazing. And then Saturday, I'm gonna stream all day. The wife is working. Sunday, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm not sure about Sunday. But I'm gonna stream local Sunfire Castle. We can do some Wild Brawl. We can do, you know, Tomorrow I know what to make video. We have the Shining City pack. That's gonna be tomorrow's video, guys. Just buying packs. No, I'm kidding. I'm probably gonna update my guide on the Dreamscape memory. I think the event changed a bit, so we'll see. You skip wine and you regretted it. Yeah, for me, like I regretted the only marksman I skipped. It is what it is, you know. I could always go back if I wanted to one day. At least get him to 4-star to get another joiner, so. But I don't know for you guys, it's without VIP, because it feels that, you know, VIP 12 is only like 240 more shards per gen. So it's not that much. But I'm not tracking it very closely, but every time I'm arriving, like when I arrived Gen 11, Gen 10, and I did 3 rows, and I did 3 rows Gen 9, right? I did Xura, Magnus, so I did Xura, Fred, Magnus, right? I did all heroes. I did 2 Gen 8. I did 2 Gen 7. Yeah, I did 2 Gen 7, 2 Gen 8, 3 Gen 9, 3 Gen 10, and I'm the beginning at Gen 11, and I can do everything again. And I don't have a feeling I was that much ahead, you know, that much, like, I had similar amount. I had above 2k when I was early Gen 10, when I did 3. So I have, and I'm not buying packs that have these, so I kind of have a feeling that with what the game gave me right now, I can just do 3 rows per gen. Maybe there will be one I need to skip somewhere, like 13, 14. Maybe there will be one I need to skip. But I'll have the shards. And again, VIP 12 is only 240 per gen. So I could still do like 2 max with the lucky wheel and one and was to 4-star the joiner, for example. So with Lee yeah, that's a marksman Gen 12. But that's Gen 12 program, so it's gonna be forever. So I will do Hendrik. Ligia is like so far away right now, so it's like near, it's a 2/3 of a year. It's like 240 days, right? So I would not stress too much about that. She's very far. I'll double check. She's Gen 12, but I think she's Gen 12. But I got them. So Gen 13. Well, yeah, Gen 13 is Volcanus, and Gen 12 is she's here. Well, Ligia, Gen 12. So you know that's 240 days. So that's a lot. Enemy defense done. So she's a great joiner as Hendrik. So that's one of the other one that does what Hendrik does. She's having marksman doing up to 100% damage every 2 attack. And enemy employee flaying the target up to 25% for 1 turn. So that's very, very similar to Rufus. So that's Hendrik, that's Rufus. And what does she have left? Damage. But that's insane. Why is she not better than Rufus for bear? Well, that's 100% marksman every 2 attacks. Plus 25% with the next turn. And that's 100% damage up every 2 attacks. And she reduces the target, the damage doing, and she's reducing defense down. So she's totally insane. So why is Rufus not... Oh, because she's a defensive widget, probably. Because and the difference is the widget. That might be it. But she's insanely offensive, right? But I've been saving for 3 months, then, so that's usually the time I'm pushing, you know? That's usually the time of the year I'm pushing, so it's gonna be 4 months nearly when I push next time, so... It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to do. Can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. What do I need to do to get... Wow, that's too expensive. That's far too expensive. Let me complete 2 days. Bam, bam, bam. So that one is level 4. I can do to Fire Crystal 5. I can unlock the War Academy on my farm, state 1, by not doing anything. Just gonna throw a bunch of... But that's already too much time. Let's get the F out of here. Then I'm gonna play for half an hour and click all the red dots. I mean, she's as good as a joiner as Hendrix, so she's an amazing joiner for sure. And so what is Rufus doing? It's very similar, right? He has 20% damage up, so that's similar, right? Whatever they do, it's similar. It's a 25% somewhere on the equation of damage or, you know, damage mitigation. So whether you are adding attack or usually it's very, very similar, at least in the outcome. That's very similar. That's 60% damage up for each attack. So that's a bit better, and damage taken every. So the other one is 100% every 2 attacks. So that's 10% more per turn, right? That's quite stronger. But that one is reducing lethality down. So here, Ligia, she has a damage buff as well, and she probably has a defensive widget. So I'm a bit confused by that, but that's something like later gen people can know better than I do. That seems weird. On paper, it seems weird. Unless Ligia's skills are not working at the shoot, or they are looking to work. TTK, yeah, but that, you know, that's a state 6. I don't play my state 6 account, so if I stay on it, I'm gonna play it, but I don't want to play it. It serves, you know, it serves its purpose. It serves its purpose. I just wanted it to test the new pets and everything. But my state is old enough that I got everything at the same time, except a few events. So I'm still just using it for a few events. But that's it for me, guys. I'll see you Thursday for the French folks. You are always welcome to stop by, but I'm trying not to speak too much in English because when I'm doing English streams, I'm trying not to speak too much in French as well. And then Saturday for a big local Sunfire Castle. I might, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just chill and don't care about the point and just freaking save resources. We'll see by then. But see you in the next one. Thank you, everyone. Was fun, was nice. Hopefully you get a good result in your Frostfire mine if you did not. Yeah, and that's it. Let me know if you have any question, anything like that. I'm always here to help. Happy to help. So if there are anything, let me know. Just ask. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.